positive because workers unite, workers come together. You know what I'm saying? There's 7,000 nurses striking in NYC right around the corner from me right now as we speak. So obviously this is a good thing. What up, Brian? What's up? What's up? Obviously this is a good thing in regards of the working class comes together, the progressive movement is growing, but obviously it is a bad thing because we shouldn't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like 7,000, you know, we're seeing people strike in multiple industries. We saw, unfortunately, that the Biden administration stiffed and gave the middle finger to the railway workers, but we're seeing workers strike and strike and strike, which obviously is indicative of the fact that the job market is pretty garbage. It's rubbish. More than 7,000 nurses go on strike across 2 New York City hospitals. All right. More than 7,000 nurses at 2 hospitals in New York City went on strike early Monday morning, demanding better pay, better working conditions, and more staffing. The strike began at 6 a.m. after nurses at Montefiore Medical Center in the Bronx, I love the Bronx, about 15 minutes away, and Mount Sinai Hospital in Harlem failed to reach an agreement with hospital administration during a bargaining session Sunday night, according to New York State Nurses Association. Into quotes. The nurses are dedicated professionals who provide quality patient care under unimaginable conditions day in and day out that were exacerbated by the pandemic. Yes, indeed. Mario Cilento, president of the New York State AFL-CIO labor union, said in a statement Monday, now they are faced with the added challenge of short staffing that has reached critical levels and could comprise their ability to provide the best quality care of their patients. And again, this is just a reflection. We see the same issues across the board in industries. It's just a regard of laziness and the executives being cheap. That's all this is. You know, like being this type of short-staffed, especially for these extremely profitable organizations. Southwest. Having their systems be so outdated, just these giant corporations continuously taking advantage, the railway workers wanting more sick days, just where can we cut costs? It's not complicated. It's really not, which in a lot of ways is good for us because, it's not rocket science on the changes we need to make. Because a lot of the changes we need to make is just putting shit back the way it was. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't got to invent a whole lot of new things. In a lot of ways, you just got to put shit back the way it was. Not obviously not exactly, but and by that, I mean, we got to strengthen unions, strengthen union protection laws, raise wages, change the tax code, legalize not just marijuana across the country, but legalize more drugs than that. Tax and regulate them, collect the taxes from that, use that money to invest in infrastructure and healthcare. Again, it's really not complicated. We know what we need to do. It is time for the hospitals to treat these nurses fairly, with the dignity and respect they deserve, and to negotiate in good faith quickly to ensure nurses can get back to serving their communities by providing superior care to their patients. Yeah. Again, it's not rocket science. We know what we need to do. All right, Libby, you said check out Nurse Erica and the Redondoval case. I'll definitely check that out. As a matter of fact, this evening, I'm one night a week, I work overnight shifts in downtown Jersey City at this apartment building. And, don't really be nothing going on. It's not a hotel, so ain't nobody doing nothing for real. All I got to do is open and close the door a couple of times. So I'll be reading and shit. So I will definitely check this out. Thank you for the recommendation. Okay, in a statement, the Montefiore Medical Center said it offered a 19.1% compounded wage increase and promised to create more than 170 new nursing positions ahead of the strike. We remain committed to seamless and compassionate care, recognizing that the union leadership's decision will spark fear and uncertainty across our community. Well, then kick it into high gear. All right, let's see what they're going to do. Mount Sinai said it was preparing for the strike by diverting a majority of ambulances, starting to cancel some elective surgeries. So, surgeries people don't need to survive. Perform emergency surgery only. And again, this is the power of workers. This is the power of strikes. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if y'all, they have to minimize how many surgeries they're doing. And if more people were displeased, let's say, like more of the surgeons in the hospital were like, man, y'all got us effed up. Y'all are just not looking out. People would die as a result of that. So again, these are why strikes are such an important reminder to the executive and the managerial classes of what really keeps the boat floating, what really keeps the train engine churning. You know what I'm saying? Across all industries. If workers don't work, then ain't nothing happening. You know what I mean? Like that scene from A Bug's Life, when I don't remember the grasshopper's name, but he pulled all them peanuts or whatever them things down was and crushed all of them. Oh yes. Disney be knowing, Pixar be knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up when we watched The Lion King and shit, we learned many important lessons. We learned lessons from The Lion King. We learned lessons. I mean, all them shits. What was it? Lion King. What Lady and the Tramp just came to my mind. Toy Story. You know what I'm saying? It was just what a great area. Governor Hochul should listen to frontline COVID nurse heroes and respect our federally protected labor and collective bargaining rights. Yes, she should. And I don't know too much about Hochul because she basically just kind of fell into governorship. Basically that's what happened. Not that, I'm not saying I should know more about her, but like she isn't like a popular governor. She's not like a super well-known person because she became governor, but before that she was in appointed positions. You know what I mean? Like, so she was, when you're in an appointed position, the public doesn't necessarily have to even know who you are at all. Obviously when you're in an elected position, you got to run broader campaigns and stuff like that. So, up until relatively recently, she hasn't really been that front facing. But she doesn't seem to be very popular. But yes, indeed, 7,000 nurses are striking in NYC